So this is what the user would see if they have not yet searched a particular location. And to get started, they can simply interact with the map. So they can click through to a location or submarket, or they can come up to the search bar and search a city, a submarket, neighborhood, or address. So let's say the user is interested in researching the Streeterville neighborhood of Chicago. They've entered Streeterville, Chicago in the search bar. They can also always come over here to the filter menu and choose from advanced filter options. So they can narrow their search based on the style of building, the building type, is it market rate or rent regulated, the number of units, the year built, renovated, and then also any in-unit amenities or property amenities. So you can see the screen is basically divided into two main sections. One is the map view, which always shows the area being searched on the map or the particular location. They also have map overlays, so they can overlay demographic, market, and area amenity data right on top of the map. And then they also have over here on the right-hand side their dashboard. So that will display supply and demand information, demographics, or comparable properties if they're in that particular subnav. And all of the widgets within the supply and demand and demographic dashboards are contained within their own particular widget, which is then exportable to a CSV file by clicking this icon here. The widgets are also interactive, so if they're clicked, more information drops down, maybe some additional charts and graphs to add context, but then also the information is overlaid on top of the map. So in this particular instance, the absorption rate for Streeterville is represented in green, and you can see low and high absorption rates on a block by block level through the heat map feature. This can also be viewed over time through this widget at the bottom here. And then additional demographic or amenity information can then be overlaid on top of a heat map. The user can look at more specific demographic information by simply clicking the demographics tab. So that is all the information here. Very similar to the supply and demand section, each in its own individual widget, which can be exportable to Excel. And all of these searches can be saved by the user by clicking this icon, which can then be accessed up in their account. But let's say the user wanted to search a particular address. You can see that automatically the address pops up with more information in a card on the right-hand side, and then is also displayed with a pin on the map. This overview can be hidden or shown depending on the user's preference. And then once a location has been searched, that information is overlaid on the supply and demand widgets below wherever possible. So they can toggle between supply and demand and demographics once an address has been searched. But then they can also come in here to comparable properties and look at some comps for that location. And they're automatically given a comp recommendation list, and they can see what were the requirements to put that comp list together, and they can change those if they prefer in the change comp set filter menu. They can also come to this area here and choose the unit type that they're interested, so they can search for studios only, or studio 1 bed and 2 bath only, or all of them. And all of those are automatically selected when the user first searched for a comp. They can see concessions, and then also just overall rent information for all of their comps. And comps can be added and deleted from their comp list. By clicking a particular comp, a detail pop-up is shown with more information on the building, the year it was built, any amenities, and then you can also see the medians compared to the current comp set, the bar representing the comp set average, And all of this information can be viewed over time by clicking this icon here.